Hey string lovers, David Pichet here and welcome back to my channel. The whole pandemic has been pretty tough for all of us internationally. The art industry has been crushed. Boom! Musicians and artists lost a lot of contracts, concerts and gig. And I know a lot of people that's been thinking to rethink their career or maybe even change field. So stop guys. I have 9 ways to show you to bring you back on your feet, get the money rolling again, and get your next gig even during the pandemic. So stay still, here it is guys. So for tip number 1 is to start giving lessons online. For some of us, that's not something new. If you had students already in private and they could experiment how it is online, and if they like it, you could keep going. It's actually a lot easier to give them online because you stay at home, you don't have to change places. For timing and scheduling is a lot easier. For some people that don't use technology and right now is talking about the fact it doesn't work on Skype, it doesn't work on Zoom, there's the right settings that needs to be done. You need to have equipment. If you don't have any equipment, I mean, that's a tricky thing. But if you have a minimalistic studio at home, a sound card, a microphone, your instrument, and a computer, you're all set. Number 2. This one seems pretty obvious. Most people are playing in orchestra or ensemble and they're playing gigs to gigs. And they never create, they only play what people ask them to play. Create your own show, or at least propose something as an act. It's a lot easier to propose a specific act that could be very niche. Let's say you do a full concert of a Disney song and you want to play for kids' parties. Or let's say you want to play some jazz tunes with backup tracks and you want to go and play in private barbecues. Right now in this pandemic, it's small little group of people that want to have fun on their balcony and want to hire a musician, but they don't want to hire a band. They want to hire probably 1 or 2 max musicians. This will aim to that. For example, sonatas with violin and piano. Work on that and make a demo with your fellow musician. And this will bring me to way number 3. Number 3 is to do cold calls. And cold calls to different places that are very specific. Right now, in this whole pandemic, the places that will hire people would be retirement home, hospitals, schools, your hometown, different cities, companies. It's a lot more difficult right now to ask a business to put some money for entertainment right now. That's why number 2 is important. Create your concert, make a demo, and then you make cold calls, and then you could send mass emails to those people you call so they know what you're doing. So this is one step to the next. Create something and then sell it. And this is actually good not only during pandemic times. It's good all the time. Stop being the one that is waiting all the time for the phone and the emails to come up. Don't be that person. Be the person that push. And when you push, you will see more coming because you're gonna have more streams of incomes and streams of gigs coming, not only one way type of gigs. So keep that in mind. Number 4, grant application. You probably heard of that. That's difficult, that's long, that's a long process to do. You wanna build a show, but you need collaborators. Let's say you want to work with a specific composer and other musician, but you don't have the money to create it. Grant application is your way. Right now, you don't have much gig? Perfect. Get that going. Write your application, and then in a few months, maybe you'll hear back from those grant application. If it's positive, you have a full-on project with money and a budget that doesn't come from your pocket. So that's actually money if you think about it. So grant application on a project, you need to think of something. It could be a solo CD. You could work on a collaboration. You could do many things. I'm not gonna give you all the answers for that because I want you to be creative and think on your own. But grant application is a great way to start a project, and maybe this could actually push you out of the box a little bit. At the end of the project, you will have a project to bring to the table and sell it to more people. So anyway, it's all full circle with that. Number 5, you have to license and publish your song. So what this mean exactly? For some people that are creating or writing original music, you could actually publish a song and try to sell it to get advertisement and movies and stuff like that to buy it. There's a lot of bank, like I will name just a few, like Pound 5, Shutterstock, Premium Beat, Epidemic Sound. Every time they sell your song, you will get commission on it, and other times it's a buyout. So for some people that are in the classical world, like, don't think that's not necessarily for you, because there's a lot of free domain songs. If you play one of those songs and it's in the free domain and you want to put it, for example, on CD Baby or TuneCore and get your song onto Spotify, this could actually get a license and publishing, because it's your own interpretation of a song as its free domain. So you could actually make money out of it. There's actually movies. Sometimes you would hear, for example, the Pachelbel Canon or Ave Maria, stuff like very known songs that would get played on a movie. For people that does session works at home, it actually can work for you too. Obviously, you need a home studio, you need a sound card and microphones, and this would be and become a passive income over time, because you could have many songs that bring money, and you never know, when they sell, you get a check, and sometimes it could be pretty surprising how much money you can make from that. The sixth way to make money: you could actually offer your service on a platform online, such as Fiverr. You probably heard of Fiverr. You could actually put yourself to sell a service, and if you're a string instrumentalist, there's a lot of session work you can do on it. You put your price that you want to make from a track. You could actually make your different... Fiverr keeps 25% out of your gigs. If you want to make a lot of gigs on that, you could push it and try to get to different levels. More you get gigs, people rate you, and obviously people rate you higher, people hire you more. That's the story of every contracts in life. People call you, you're good at the gig, more people call you. It's the same with those type of platform. Number 7, put ads online. This is something that will cost you money at first, but you will see the money comes back after. It's pretty difficult to aim on Facebook and Instagram, for example, but sometimes if you put a little bit of money, it could bring you, let's say you get 1 gig out of a $15 ads you put. If you get 1 gig that will get you $200, you get your money back. So these are stuff that some people are just waiting for the gigs to come, but you need to invest time and sometimes money to get gigs coming. So this is a way you could do. Advertisement can be anywhere. It could be on different websites, it could be on your website, it could be on AdWords, it could be, this is pretty expensive though, it could be on Facebook, Instagram, it could be on Craigslist. Put your service out there so people know. Build yourself a website. There's many platforms that is free. Wix. What's the name of that one? That's a time to brand yourself. Brand yourself with that. That's a lot easier after people will buy your service and they don't want to get violinists or a string quartet. They want your string quartet and they saw you play. So number 8. Number 8 is actually something that is not gonna bring you money right now, but it will at one point, and it could be sooner than you think. It's start learning how to improvise and play other style. I'm talking for myself, but when I was 14 years old, I start playing other style. I'm classically trained. I've done all of my studies in classical music, but along the way, I always opened my mind to other style. At 14 years old, I bought my first electric violin and I start rocking out with it. Was I good with it? Probably not at that point, but I learned and I really opened my mind to other style. So it was always parallel. I was walking and doing my classical work and my hard work, and then I was improvising and having fun on other style. And at one point I got gigs on other sphere, all the sphere in the string world are not necessarily talking to each other. If you're in the classical world, it's pretty difficult to get into another world if you're not in between that chair. Start doing it now, because if you're everywhere, people know, oh yeah, she or he are really good in everything. These are the go-tos. You could be the best player, you play all the big concerto, you could be the best player, but it doesn't mean that the huge pop artists that maybe you wish play with, they will call you. You know why? Because you don't know, or you didn't prove that you can improvise. So, you know, it's a small world. It's pretty tough in that world. It's wild, you know? And I'm telling you, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so, because on this channel, we talk about music, we talk about advice, we talk about gear and tech, but we talk about other style. We talk about classic, we talk about jazz, rock, all of that jazz, guys. Which means if you want to learn to play jazz and other style, there will be some videos talking about that. So thanks a lot in advance. Number 9. This one really depends on where you are in your career. Right now, the fact that like there's not that much gig, I'm telling you that this is a great moment for you to continue practicing and get your excerpt going, because you could prepare yourself for audition, and when auditions will open, you could actually apply and get ready. There's nothing worse than waiting to see on the list, oh, there's an audition in 1 month, and then get your excerpts back in your fingers. So right now is the right time to put yourself in the gear, get in shape, and practice your excerpt. And if there's an audition, you're gonna be ready and rock out that audition. Good luck. So that's it, guys. I hope this video will help you to get your next gig. If you do so, comment below and let me know what's your next gig on the line. Stay creative, guys, and think outside the box. That's the key. See you in the next video. Peace.